All right, so I'm going to show you three different ways that you can put a video on Blackboard. There's actually some more, but these are the three easiest ways. So let's suppose I'm actually in an e-community, so I don't mess up any of my current courses. But let's suppose I want to put a video under this button, STA 210 content. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on that. All right, and I want to put a video here. Now, probably the easiest way to put a video in is to do it as a link. Okay, so under Build Content, if I go down to Web Link and I click on Web Link, this comes up and I can name it whatever I want to, and I'll put the URL for the web link in there. Now I'm just going to go ahead. I've got my YouTube up here, and I've got a YouTube video, and let me move this up so you can see a little better. This is one of my YouTube videos. I'm just going to copy the link, and then I'm going to go back to where we just were and put that URL in here. And of course, you can do that for any YouTube video. And I'm going to call it whatever. I didn't really pay attention to which one of my videos I was copying here, so I'm just going to call it nonsense for the moment, just so I know I want to get rid of it later. All right. And we can put any description we want to. If we want to put a description for our students, and even attach additional files. We want to open it in a new window, and if we want to track the number of views to see how many students have opened the video, which I would suggest, click yes. And then down here at the bottom, let me move this over so you can see it. You mustn't forget submit, otherwise nothing will happen. So I'm going to hit submit. All right, and then notice down here at the bottom of the page, I now have my video nonsense. And all students have to do is click on that, and it's going to open up the YouTube video. And of course, there it is opening up. All right, so that is one way to do things. Now, if you should mess up, let's say you really didn't want that nonsense video on there after all you got to do is click in this drop-down box. There's your delete right there. I can make it go away just as quickly as I put it on there. All right, now, but let's say that you have a video stored on your computer and it's not on a YouTube video where you can link it. So let's look at how to do that. So if we go under Build Content again, down here is Video. We click on Video. All right, we can call it whatever we want, but notice this Browse My Computer. So I can browse my computer and go in here, and I've got this clicked to videos, and I can look for the video that I want. And I'm just going to grab one that's a fairly small video. And I click on that, and notice it attached that MP4 file, and I can call it whatever I want. Again, I'm going to call it nonsense just because I don't know what I grabbed there. Okay, but then we can choose to loop it. We can choose to make it start automatically. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that. If you want to align it to your content, you can. I just leave all of those as is. And you might want to track your number of views again to see how many students are opening your videos. You can also choose to display it at certain times. All right, but then of course, after we've done that, so important, we mustn't forget the submit button on the right-hand side. Now, it does take a few minutes, depending upon the size of the video, because this is, it didn't take very long because my video wasn't very big. But if my video is long, it does take a while to download. Because it is downloading the video and not just copying a URL as in the previous example. So notice though that not only can they play the video here, and of course they can enlarge it by using this little symbol right here. They don't have to see it at this tiny size right here, but it also has a download file for them. So if they want to download the video and keep it, the students can do that. Now you might not want that option, in which case you might want to use this third option that I'm about to show you. But notice that all they've got to do is the student can click on the video here. It'll start playing. And they can also, of course, make it bigger so they can see it full screen. Okay, I'm just going to stop that though because we don't really care about that video. All right, well, let me go back here. Got to get out of this screen. Whoops. There we go. All right. And again, if I want to delete this, it's rather easy to do. All I've got to do is go back, delete it, hit OK, and in a second, it's going to disappear on me, and it's gone. All right. Now, let's look at the third way that I can put a video on here. I can go under Build Content and go to Create Item. And the nice thing about this option, I can name it video exercise or whatever I want to call this. This one, though, I can type a lot of stuff in. If I want to tell them something before they do the video, blah, 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 watch this, whatever it might be. And then afterwards, I can choose right here, Insert, Edit, Embedded Media. All right, so if I click on that, and let me move this window over so you can see this. It allows me two options. I can either put a URL in here or I can browse my computer and choose a video from my computer. So this actually takes care of both options. I'm just going to browse my computer again and grab something small just so it won't take forever to upload. This one was really quick, so we'll stick that there. And you'll notice it's loading it and it's putting it in here. All right. And then once again, I want to go down to the bottom and hit submit. And it's a little bit difficult to see on the right-hand side because it's kind of off my screen, but I'll hit submit. And you'll notice that it still has another box for me to deal with. So it comes down to this. And we can also add attachments if we want to this type of scenario. And again, we can track the number of views and see how many students are opening it up and looking at it. But again, hitting submit is important. I hit submit. And now this is appearing at the bottom here. I have the video exercise. I have the video ready to play. Notice this time, though, the download option is not available to them. So if you don't want them to be able to download the video, this option is a little bit better. All right. And again, if I wanted to delete this, I could by doing that same thing we did with the other two. Now, while I'm here, though, let's suppose I don't want this video exercise in this location. All I got to do is go over here to the left. Notice that little double arrow symbol pops up, and I can move this up to where I want that exercise to be. Okay, and that's really all there is to it.